right. Dang it, I did not know that was in there. My apologies. My video is private. I will edit that later. Nobody can see it anymore. I am so sorry. Ugh. All right, we're putting this envelope away. We'll talk about the Hot Mess Art Gang later. I don't know what's in here. There could be more, so we do not want to dox anybody, myself or anybody else. That's disgusting of me. We shall not flip through any more folders like this where I don't know what is in here. That is not cute. So, anyways, it's private, it's deleted, it's all good. I am Dee Dee, my apologies. I know it was just up there for a quick second. It's gone now, so hopefully. All right. So I do have some of these envelopes I need to sort later. Obviously, it's important stuff, or I wouldn't have had it there. Oh, I'm so angry at myself now. It can be dangerous out on here on these YouTube streets. Ooh, I'm mad at myself. I am so sorry, Dee. Anyways, we got it right away. It's on private. We're all good. This needs to be. I need to frame this. This needs to be put up in a frame. I love this stream. I don't care what anybody says. This means a lot to me. This particular thing. We'll put it to the side. If you don't know why, there's a video on it. We can link it later. Free chipboard. We'll put that off to the side. And then we looked at this yesterday. Again, something made out of a magazine that I started back in Burlington. Again, lots of DD inspiration on this bad boy. Jelly plated in it. It was like a catalog. It's a cracking. I really like this book. I do want to work on this book in the future. So that's going beside me. Oh no! What? The devil is going. Oh no! I have a crack-a-lantern under my desk. If someone can tape a banana to a wall, art is art. Bigfoot already has your address. I cannot see anything about Bigfoot without thinking about Bud. And now about Buddy. And now Progressive Insurance. Is that an American commercial too? With Bigfoot? He's like, is that an American commercial as well, or just Canadian? Is Progressive? I don't know, but they got that new one with Bigfoot, and he's like, nobody cares about me anymore. And he's like, all right, I got this book. That's different. That's just personal stuff. Need to keep that to the side. So I saw that there, like, for the first time a couple weeks ago. I thought of Buddy. Nobody's looking for me anymore. All right, what else? So we have another Strathmore Mixed Media Visual Journal. Completely empty. Off to the side. I do have a lot of empty journals, unfortunately. And I have this sketchbook. What is in here? Haven't used this. I bought this. I remember buying this at Barnes & Noble. One visit in the U.S. sometime. Let's see. 2000. Oh, yes! This was the very first time I tried faces back in 2012. The first sketchbook I was going off of Pam Carricker. I was using one of Pam Carricker's books. Or Pam Carricker's DVD. I want to say Pam Carricker because that's her way of teaching. I see her influence on these. But so March 5th, 2012. 8 years ago. No idea what I was doing. No, this was before I read the, drawing from the right side of the brain and kind of understood seeing versus, not. The heck, random. So, what does one do with a book like this? And this I can take out. This one, it's obviously trying to come out as it is. These pages, maybe I should take at least these little pages out. I'm gonna rip these ones out. They're coming out regardless. So whether what I do with this book or not. Hey Pam. Welcome, Linda. So what should I do with this book now? This has got good paper. So 2012, I would have been traveling in the U.S. I would have got it. I know I bought it at a Barnes and Noble. I don't know if it was when I was with Dee Dee or not. But what should I do? It's got good paper in it. Recycling stuff over here. It's nice. It's a sturdy book. It's got quite a lot of, and the paper is like real smooth. Which I think you paper aficionados out there might say it's vellum. It's smooth. Smooth. Maybe Jane. Venice Green Sketchbook. Barnes & Noble, New York. So I want to keep the book because, there's no Barnes & Noble in Canada. It's different, right? So I definitely want to save. But so should this... How old that bad boy is. We'll keep it on this. I've culled a lot of things from the shelf, so I'll keep that one to the side for now. Oh, on this one I treasured for a long time. Janet says, save the paper to make notebooks, but nothing else. Or if nothing else. It's not smooth. I'm telling you, that paper's super. But that book is old, obviously, 2012, so it's almost a decade old. The paper in it now. So this is a ginormous moldy that I bought a long time ago. I glued some pages together in it, but because it's thinner paper than in the other ones. And I never did anything with it because it's too precious and cost me an arm and a leg. So this is a real moldy, the big one, a bigger one. Never did anything in it though. Should this go behind me or in the empty journal pile? I don't know. I'm gonna put this in that other thing I had with the loading. I have to think about. Well, I don't know what to do with that one. So if you remember, I started this and Lush. I don't know if Lush still does catalogs or not, but this is one of their catalogs, and so it's similar to like a magazine journal, right? You could use this. I could use this, but the paper is really thin in here, and no. Lush, I love you, but recycle. Everyone says empty journals pile, empty journals pile. Okay, guys, empty journals pile. Thank you for the help. What do we got here? Oh, it's not funny. Bibles are not funny. I have a few coloring Bibles, journaling Bibles. This was this was the first one. So this is a ESV one, which I think was the first. Like, remember back when they first started, this was the only one available, and then they started creating a million, not a million. There's a ton of different other ones now, right? With beautiful, and I have two beautiful coloring illustration, and there's a newer one out. I saw Dee Dee had it one, maybe it was a year ago, and even another one is even more beautiful than, like, it had vellum pages in it and everything. So, but this one I never did work in because I bought it when it was like the first craze. You know what I mean, Vern? like the very first one before they started printing all the other ones. Um, and we're not going to get, religious on here or whatnot, but I like to read different versions of the Bible. If I am doing a Bible study, this is off topic of random, why I have different versions of the Bible. I find it interesting if I'm doing a study of something to have different versions of the, King James, ESV, NWT. What I like to, I find it interesting what each one, and I'll look up the same passage or verse in all three or four different, and I find it very interesting how they're different. Anyway, so we'll keep that off to the side for now. If anybody, now see, I would have to be Canadian. I wouldn't mind gifting this to somebody just because I have two other ones that are made like coloring journaling ones as well. But this is something that I would love to gift to somebody, but I wouldn't be able to send to the US. It would be pretty expensive to ship. Anyways, this is going into a different on my book pile to go on my bookshelf. Because if I'm going to work in a journaling Bible, it's going to be one of the no, I shouldn't say fancier, but one of the other ones. Yeah, the Inspire ones, exactly, the purple one. Oh, how gorgeous is that? My mom has it, Dee Dee, too. Absolutely, like the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, what else do I got going on over here? Yet another. And I made this. Remember when we made this? But look, I didn't. This one I need to recycle. For some reason, I made this, and it was the duct tape binding, but I didn't put any structure on my my duct tape. So I've had we did this in Burlington or something. I think I should just recycle, but it's got some good paper in it. Like how can? But nobody's gonna want to use. It's not. What should I do with this? I could redo it. Joyceage, do you want me to send this to you, my girl? And I'm going to add this to the Joyceage pile. Joyceage is more creative with me than I am. She can figure out something good to do with that. It's a good one for note taking. That's true, Janet. That one, instead of like actually doing art in it, like the Inspire Bible, like Bible journaling, you could just literally take notes, and that's what it's made for, is to take notes. And somebody else then had the idea to put beautiful stuff in it. But I have two already. I don't have the newest version of Inspire, but I have more than one out that I keep beside on the couch. I have certain things that I keep beside me on the couch still. And my two journaling Bibles are out there. This is another brand new moly, never used. Real Moleskine. And these bad boys, I mean, this is like $20, my friend. This is this is the Sketchbook one, I think. I can tell the paper's thick, so this must be the purple Sketchbook version. Over the years, I've filled more than one moly, but this is an empty one going to the empty bin. This little bad boy, I was using, and I have this as a Pentalic journal. I was using this when I was doing my watercolor swatches. So if there was still ink left, Paula, I need to go get another. I need to brew myself some more coffee. For those of you who are just with us, my Keurig died. Number 2 bit the dust. So I have to use a French press. But so when I was doing a lot of those little swatches, I was doing, if there was still watercolor paint on my little brush, because I was using tiny brushes and stuff, right? Like I would just do a little watercolor or whatever was left, the muddy mess on the little watercolor palette or something. And then I was just practicing brush strokes or, using whatever leftover paint. Then I might have put a little marker on it or something. Little Pentalic journal. That was Sarah that made me buy these. Sarah, if you're out there, hope you're well. So I love those little, I don't know what it is. It's either like the book has to be little or big. Thick or thin, little or big. And the wonderful Pam sent me it. Oh, and I remember we bought these frame. I bought this glass so that Kathy could do that. Didn't I can't pronounce the D word thingamadoo. Then you know when you put the paint on there and then you spray and then you open it. then DEND. Then you know what I mean, Vern. You know what I mean. That's what that's for. It's for the glass, but I have to protect that. Yeah, Glenda. That's speaking of Glenda. I'm so sucker exactly, Jen. I'm sucker for some either it's if it's little or if it's ginormous. Like I have to have the absolute tiniest journals ever or the biggest journals ever and nowhere in between. Yeah. Everybody needs a I need a potty people break too in a moment. I need that too. Glenda or Queen Pam? I'm pretty sure it was Glenda, right, Mike? My brain. So another. I want to say this was Glenda. 99%. I don't want to mix up Glenda and Pam though. I'm pretty sure. I'm 99% sure. But see, this is what nobody like signed it. Nothing. No, not no. It's my fault. I'm 90. Glenda, please tell me this was me. Oh, I feel terrible. Glenda or Pam. I was one of the two. Glenda and Pam, because you're both so special to me that sometimes I get you guys confused. My apologies. Especially after 5 years that I haven't been streaming in so long. Don't worry, my memory's coming. My memory will be back soon. And last but not least, on my shelf over here. No, not last. I lied. Two more things, and then that was it on this shelf. Or three more things. Remember when I did this in Burlington? So there was a point. Oh, this is Elsie McGuire paper from a long time ago. I remember Glenda in her the Paris box she sent me. So these were like some of my favorite scrapbook papers at the time. Super old stuff like basic gray, and you remember we did this, and these are old 7Gs. You know, when we had the competition of who could have the biggest book, right, Didi? I still have it over here. So that I do like looking at that. I want to keep that. What's crazy is somewhere I still have the other three. Like because this is four, like there was four, I still have the other three. But I do have that other one, Didi, beside me over here. That's still one of my favorite things. Like to my I still have all those. I love to look at. So what is in this bad boy? Oh yeah, this is a Dina Wakely, excuse me, a Dilutions book. And yeah, it's this way. So what was I doing in this book? Is this backwards? How does this open? Oh yeah. All right. What did I do in here? More, like I said, there was a little bit of time, like 6 months or so, that I really wanted to use stuff up, and I was like using markers like they were going out of style. Oh yeah, this is Sydney did this too. Drew some of that stuff when we were in Jack Astor's, and I was doing flippy floppy stuffs, and I would the Dilutions paint with no gesso or anything. Beautiful, some tape. Oh yeah, I remember this book now. Rachel. Rachel drew that, my niece. And this one. And that one. So a lot of dilutions. Ooh, look at that bright red. Oh, I like this book. We are going to. Oh, that's inspiring to me. All this dilutions paint is. I do love how it works. I must admit. Oh, remember, and I did this. Look, I had this flappity flap over like that, and then this flippity flopped over here. And then for some reason, I had all these, because it was the dilutions, Diane Reevely type thing that she does, And I was using the thingamabobber, the ruler to do that. And then more flippity floppity thingamadoos. Yeah, so that's inspiring. I'm going to keep that close to me. I like that. I want to work on that some more. And so that's, and last but not least, we'll do we want to flip through this again? No, everybody, yes, because actually this helped me a lot. I think let's take a 5. Bye, Terry. If I want to take a 5-minute break, then why can I? Then did trick. DENDRITIC is a art technique. Try it. Oh no, Glenda. Yesterday I did throw out the original pink and purple Dilutions paint I had from the first run that I bought, the very first run that was messed up that I never returned and I never. Anyways, I'm like, enough. Why am I carrying this around for 8 years? It's ridiculous. So I threw it in the garbage and called it a wash. But I looked at my other ones are still here, like all the newer ones and everything that I've had, and they're all good to go. I still have some right here. They should be. Watch. Here's vanilla custard. I'll open it and if it's, I might cry. Some of them molded. I don't know. Perfect. I mean, maybe not. There's some crusty bits going on, but not dried up. A lot of crusty bits going on. But I guess that's why they changed the packaging. Does anybody in the chat have any of the newer packaging? I'm curious. Oh, these went in the journal. But yeah, I need a 5-minute 5-minute break. Eileen probably has a new one. I'm just curious if it changed, if they did. It's going to take me the rest. Not that I need any of the new ones anyways, don't get me wrong. All right. I've got 2 shelves. Oh, no, I do not. I still have. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. When you think you're done with the shelf, I know. No. Almost. All right, I'm feeling good. I got these. I'm feeling good. Look at this nice little thingy-majiggy. Watercolor something or other. All right. 5-minute break. Let us. We'll have to make a sign, just like everybody else. We'll have to make a BRB sign. All right, guys. I shall be right back. Anybody need anything from the kitchen while I'm out there? We're all good? And if anybody comes and asks, they saw that I was streaming before that other video. Later on today, I just have to edit out the last 5 minutes of it, and I just have to trim the last 5 minutes or so of it, and then it'll be public later. And just imagine, guys, we're just going through books. We haven't started on supplies yet. Like, for example, I just moved this bag. This is a bag of some of my most precious supplies, newest supplies. Does everybody see what's in here? Yeah. So we haven't gone through any of this. We're just going through journals. We haven't done the supplies yet. Anyway, bye. I shall be back. Timer on. Oh no, Joyce, it's not the timer, my friend. Not the timer. Where's that stream? I still have the journal. Alright, be right back, guys. Where's my... Ooh, I think Simon went to bed. Yep. Oh, I just made myself some tar. Good thing I like strong coffee. I found more work in process journals. And look what else I got. These are newer things that I bought. Well, the last things that I bought. I'll show you. I was talking about them yesterday. Everybody back? If you're not back, let me know. Let's see. Okay, Josage, how long was I? Spray inks are one regret Jane has. Never got the hang of them and ruined a lot ton of stuff. I think a lot because spray inks, especially if you're talking about dilutions or the old Adirondacks or Tim Holtz, you know, when we're talking about spray inks like back in the day, glimmer mists and that type of thing, well, they were permanent. They were different anyways. But um, dilutions and Adirondacks and the Tim Holtz distress sprays are so very pigmented. Like you could water those bad boys. You could probably cut that in half and be 18. Oh, 10 minutes. I thought I said 18. Um, I think that's the thing. Like they're so super concentrated, right? And then you add any little bit of either paint or marker or whatever, and next thing you know, it's a absolute hot mess, muddy. I was gonna say shit show. Hey, we're on YouTube. You can you can swear. It's different than UStream, but you know what? You never know who's watching, my friends. It's one thing I've always said. You never know who is watching me right now. Never know who's watching. So let's put some of this to the side. Look at this. Sit back down. A couple more things to look through. Anybody bored? Anybody want to do something different? James made a mess with any and all of them. I love me my sprays. I will always, I have always loved them from the very first Adirondack ones back in the day when all we had were Ranger Adirondack sprays, which I still have, the big bottles, the original bottles, the big ones, before they cut them in half and then half again. But we won't go there, right? Right, Ranger? Uh, should we do a little an evolution video of Ranger sprays? That would be an interesting video of the evolution of Ranger sprays over the last 20 years. Might be interesting. Anyway, dice it out loud. Love Ranger from. Let's be real. All kidding aside, that was a little beat up on Ranger, but Ranger. If I think about my art career, like not career, my journey in art, starting when I was 19, or when I first found Club Scrap and scrapbooking and Ranger and all that type of stuff. The Adirondack ink pads were the very first ink pad I ever bought, and I still have some of those ink pads. And I still have those ink pads and re-inkers from 20 years ago, and they are still juicy. The only thing, like the last time I looked at ink pads, especially some of those Ranger ones, like some of those big and juicy pads that had the rainbow, like it's all brown. All the ink there's no more rainbow, it's brown. That type of mud. But welcome, preppy crafty girl. But no, Ranger over the years, like if you think about, do you remember the distress stain fiasco? I still have. Well, I think I threw out the moldy stains, but I definitely have an art journal somewhere. I do. Well, it's over there. I can look at it now, but I do have them that still have the moldy. When Ranger, God love them, they're innovative, but sometimes when they release a product for the first time, they might have the odd. Ranger needs a quality manager. No, we love Ranger, and their customer service is wonderful. I have ink pad, and I have them right here. Oh no, I just dropped Simon in my coffee. Sorry, Simon. Like I have ink pads, the original Tim Holtz ink pad. I can show you my original lineup of all my archival black is my absolute favorite. So yeah, I beat up on Ranger a little bit, but wonderful company. Don't get me wrong. If there's Ranger, I love their products. I have a lot of their products. I have bought Ranger products since the early 2000s, and I still own a lot of them. I still have Nick Bantock pad. Anyways, I love me some Ranger. But yeah, if everyone remembers the color wash sprays, I have them close. We won't go there. We know the difference. But look, I found this binder. Look at this binder. I found on Amazon. Maybe it was a year ago now. Maybe not even that quite. But look at, like, it was meant for me, my friends. This looks like something I've done. But again, Anna Victoria Calderon type inspiration, and look at the dividers it came with. Be still my heart, my friends. Be still my heart. I had to get this binder, and then I had some of these old exercise. I bought a package, but back in the day, we were talking about this. I don't know if it was on a DD stream a long time ago, and we were talking about cahiers. We always we talked about this recently too, I think. Composition books for me. Why am I so obsessed with composition books? It started like back in the Babysitter's Club, my friends. Everybody remembers, and those type of books when I was super, 11, 10, or maybe even younger, when I read the Babysitter's Club. I've always been a reader. I've always loved books. I've always loved stationery, and I had pen pals when I was a teenager, which I still have some of them on Facebook. Anyway, and back then, oh, what was I saying? I just looked at that picture of Simon again, and it made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, so reading the Babysitter's Club, and they had that slam. Was it the Babysitter's Club? Yeah, comp books that had the slam book. And there was a slam book, and I read this book, and they had and we didn't have them in Canada. Composition books weren't a Canadian thing. We had cahiers, which were more like this paper. They were made by Hilroy, but they were smaller when I was young anyway. So I remember them being like this big. And that's kind of what you did your assignments in and stuff. But I would read like in the books, like the fiction books I read, whether it was like the Babysitter's Club. I remember it was called a slam book. Was that Babysitter's Club? I got to research that. Maybe I have to. And I said again in a prior stream, like there's certain memories that come to my mind, like those type of things that I want to document and I want to do an art journal page about. But whether or I saw composition books like on Saved by the Bell and those type of things when I was young, and we didn't have them in Canada. So when they first came, like I was obsessed, and that's my obsession with comp books because it wasn't something we had. But I did find some of these little kind of cahier books that we used, and cahier is just a French for extra book or something. And I bought old duotangs. I don't know what because back in the day that's what we used, duotangs. I don't know what you call them. So I got some duotangs. I bought those recently. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it was nice. And then I just bought I told you the other day, the Hot Value, the Hot Buy paper pad from Recollections. I feel weird right now. I feel dizzy. A moment. I have a head rush. I don't know why. All right, we just have to breathe for a moment. There's some Gatorade. I wonder why. Is it because I moved? Too much coffee today. As I haven't drank coffee, because I've been sick for a couple of weeks, so I haven't drank a lot of coffee. Yesterday was the first time I had coffee in probably a week. Gatorade's not water. I know, D, but that's what's right beside me. That's the only reason why I'm drinking it right now. Maybe I need to take my B12. My B12. All right. There's I'm taking notes about, like I said, because some of my symptoms, like with the drop foot and stuff. I'm trying to take notes if I feel any can't pronounce it. You know what I mean, Vern? If I get any symptoms like that, like so right now I just felt a little dizzy. So why? Is it food? Is it too much coffee? Too much excitement with you guys? I've got to anyway. My apologies. I just had to have a little spell there. We're all good. Back to normal. Whew. What that was. Sorry about that. No. And one of my big problems with eating, and I said this yesterday, CHS has affected my body. And still, there's not a lot of research in it and stuff, my friends. And yes, it's legal in Canada. It's legal in the many states in the U.S. And marijuana is a controversial topic. But anyways, when I lost so much weight last year, when I was so sick and not knowing what was causing it, and I thought I had an ulcer and was stressed, blah, 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 blah. It changed the way I ate. Like, I do not feel hunger anymore. Very rarely do I actually feel hunger. Sometimes I feel stomach sick, and I think that's my body telling me I'm hungry. Like my digestive, the THC for me, very rare, but for me personally, the THC has changed my digestive tract in not a good way. And it's very rare. Why it happened to me and not everybody else, I don't know. So I have a hard time eating. I need to get back to the 3 meals a day. Like nothing is appetizing anymore. Food does not even come into my mind. It's really strange. Anyways, I feel better now. My apologies. I had a little spell. We're all good. Self-made, Craft Smart One, Hot Buy. But look at this. I had to get the one with the yoga. how beautiful. And this paper was cheap. Like it was like buy two, get one free or something. So I think it must have been buy two, get one free, and why I had three of them or whatever. But there's like yoga and different. Oh, look, I didn't know there was like little things you could cut out. I don't want anyone to worry about me, my friends. My apologies. I just killed the chat. I just killed the chat. Oh, what does this say? I didn't even open this, obviously. I've had it for. Where's my skizzars? So when I cleaned up yesterday, I found everything but some. Oh no, here's some old scissors. I'm opening this now. This one just says Thrive on it. But I hadn't bought scrapbook paper in less words, more action. I need to cut that bad boy out right now. Let's talk more work, my friends. Let's talk more work. But I could not. I mean, how could you not? This was Dark Rainbow, Self-Made, and then last but not least, Star Seeker. I don't know if there's even another one that, yeah, calorie wise. Like I do track cut. Like I still have obviously very broad knowledge about fitness and nutrition and whatnot. I know what I need to eat. I know how many calories I need to eat. I know the macros and micronutrients I need to eat, how much protein, how much carb. I know all that stuff, my friends. It's just like Simon made chicken and rice the other day, and I just looked at. I'm like, there was no way I could eat it. It just absolutely turned my stomach. It's really really strange. Like before, I could sit down and eat a whole bag of plain chips. Like I love just like the salt plain Lay's plain chips. I could eat that whole dang bag, my friends. Now I don't want plain. I crave salt and vinegar, old school salt and vinegar. But now I could have that bag of chips in the cupboard for a month and have a one or two here, one or two there. It's really strange. Anyway, this one Star Seeker. Oh, I still love the crystals, the gems, the all that goodness stuff. Universe, star. I still love absolutely all of this stuff. What was this? All of the light from the stars and moon and sun, you, my dear, shine the brightest. Oh, I need to put this right beside me on the wall. Tape it up right now. Get me some washi tape. So the last thing in the world I ever needed was more scrapbook paper. Jane's got the road trip pad. Not like you're going anyplace. Hey, Toronto's not far from Chicago. Oh, look how beautiful this is. Like, I just love, like, the crystals. You are meant to shine. You can cut these pieces out. Love this paper pad. Love it. I'm not going to treasure it. We want to use it. And this one is matching those stamps that I showed yesterday with the, the like $10 or $8 stamps or whatnot. Look how beautiful that moon is. It's like Dee Dee's galaxies, and when she paints her galaxies and paints in her stars and stuff, how beautiful that is. Look at that amethyst. Beautiful. All this. But I mean, like I said, like this paper pad, I want to say I got 3 of these paper pads for $20 Canadian. Like it was cheap anyways. Cheap. All right, put that off to the side. I'm gonna put this over here, tape that up on the wall. All right, we're gonna go through. So this is still one of my major work in process books that I want to work on a lot going forward live. This is a Dina Wakely journal from Ranger. I think she has newer ones out. I didn't watch any of the CHA stuff this year or any of that, so I don't know what's new, what's not. Other than I did see that Dilutions came out with different jars or something. That's about the only thing. But I thought I did see there's something. She has different journals or something. I don't know. So you guys have seen this before. This one's from Jane. Ange made me this. So this has some. You'll see a lot of Dilutions paint in this, but I loved working in this book. The little bit I have, in here. Like there's something on, you'll see there's something on every page. So this will be a good journal to do. Like when I used to do streams all the time called finishing streams, where I would, I'd stream for a couple hours and like finish 4 pages or whatever. They aren't they, Glenda? Like they are gorgeous papers and they are a good price. Good price. So this is what I did. This was the original one that came out. So I don't know if they've changed, not changed, So this was April 2018. So as you can see, I do have lots. So there's stuff in here that I saw that maybe I could work on, finish some pages. I like this journal. And I've got lots of partial things going on here. There's some Patty Tolly Parish jelly prints she gave me around that face. I'd love to come to Canada in the fall. It'd be wonderful. Claire, you're in the UK. And I would love to go to the UK. My mom's family, my ancestors came from the UK. Aspden. All right, we have some of this. So different dilutions, paints in the brown, more browny colors here. So I really like the work that I've already started on this. The jelly print and what's this? Oh, look. A little limited edition thing from a few years ago. And this book is, James, this is a nice size book. Nice size. Some PTP. Patty Tolly stuff. An old transparency. I want to say that was from K & Company maybe, or no, a long time ago anyways, from when I worked in a scrapbook store, so that was a few years ago. This is Patty Tolly Parish, these little pinky things. She gave me one of her jelly prints and then I painted around it. Some napkins on the thing. So this is fun. This one I'm going to work on. I guess for some reason I thought I was going to glue in those napkins on those pages. Yeah, Detroit to Toronto. Detroit is close. So I haven't been to the U.S. I mean, you guys know me. In the last decade, I've been to the U.S. or 15 years, I'd say. A lot. Every year. So this is I haven't been in the U.S. now in 2 years, which is strange for me. Very strange. So there's Paris. I love how that some tape on there. Jelly print. I scraped into some gesso on that and then rubbed. So I love that. This book really inspires. This is inspiring me. Lots of fun things with these geisha. For some reason, I really thought that would. I'm gonna put that in there somewhere. So, you'll definitely see a lot of this book in the future. Some Jane Davenport. Some tags from that tag swap we were in, leftover ones. I colored that with gel pens. I tipped that in. This is a coloring book page I did. Lug. Oh, I love me some. I've got a lug backpack, a lug Via. I don't know, my friends, if I ever talked about lug or not, but I love me some lug. I have a lug mini backpack of Via. It's beautiful products. Lug is a very, very well made stuff. I highly recommend lug if you like that type of thing. A really odd blank page. Oh, I really liked how the granulation on these Daniel Smith. When I did these swatches. Hold on, let me try to. The iridescent blue and stuff, but I really love this. I must have just did it on a bigger page. So a whole bunch of more swatcheroonies. So I tipped that bad boy in. more. What do we got? More Jane Davenport napkins, and I just gesso over it. There's some ding trick stuff. ding trick. This is Patty Tolly Parrish gave me a. This is a jelly print, and on deli paper, and then I put it on a piece of. I attached it to a piece of scrapbook paper to make an envelope, and then I tipped it in. So it's an envelope. That's a hot mess. Muddy mess. I must have been testing something on the second last page. And a PTP arrow stencil. The little thing. So this is a fun. So you'll see a lot more of this book. I really like this book. Ooh, some grilled cheese. I love me some grilled cheese. And the last two things. So if everybody remembers, and I just talked a little bit of, I need to put this, where's my... So again, I've been thinking the past few weeks about when have I done art daily? What have I done when, over the course of these things that I've done daily, and what did I enjoy doing daily? And so this is that sketchbook. You've seen it. I won't go too far in. I'm going to flip through it fast. The one and first sketchbook I ever finished. And I kind of want to incorporate this type of thing back into that. So this is just a cheap sketchbook. It was from Curry's, which is an art store in Canada, but it's the same type of, everybody's seen this type of sketchbook before. So I'll quickly. So I started September 2014. I restarted it 2018, January 2018, and again August 18th, 2018, and I finally finished October 2018. But I was reading Danny Gregory or something there. So we've seen this all before. Again, a lot of Dee Dee inspiration in here back in 2014. The Swedish Chef. This was Jean jelly plating. I was doodling her while she was streaming. This was definitely, you can tell this is Danny Gregory inspiration because he makes you draw whatever is in front of you with a pen. So, and I did recently buy, does he have a new book? I think I might have a new maybe I didn't buy a new Danny Gregory book. I can't remember. So this was older stuff. I just quick, you've seen this before. Oh, we won't tell that story again. That was good times. Whenever you sketch something new, my friends, just be aware of other things you sketched on the page before you start sketching something else. That's all. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Miss Piggy. I remember I did this as a friend on Instagram who had a pug with only one eye. So I sketched, his name was Hamish. Hamish. March 12th. Again, this is old. So this is still back in 2014 or 15. Now we're in 15. So you can see the difference between Pam character faces. And then I did that video, the Dina Wakely one. That was good. That was a funny stream, Dee Dee. There are some things that drawing it that one time. Oh, my sweet love and goodness. Don't be afraid to make a hot mess, my friends. Some user stuffage. So you can see what I did. Difference between, Dina Wakely, Pam Carricker. Those are Rachel's, my niece's faces. Today's decisions determine tomorrow's reality. That's our quote for today. So none of these are from a reference. These are just those type of like Dina Wakely or Pam Carricker type faces. There's no reference. These are from 2015. Oh, those are the lilies I drew for our other wonderful friend, Vicky L. Actually, I never finished that page dedicated to Vicky. Um, Again, may she rest in peace. One of our wonderful friends we met here on the Ustream streets. I did when I did that art journal page a few years ago. I sketched out the lilies before, and then I photocopied it and cut it out and paint or colored it or whatever, and before I put it on our page. So 2016. Then this was the last thing I did in 2016, and then we went into 2018. And then that's where I really started enjoying this book. And this is where I think I need to, oh, look at my camera going crazy on this page. Why? Um, so more like the sketchbooks, notes, trying different things. You'll see. I kind of liked, I had goals of, I would challenge myself to fill pages. Um, I really enjoyed this book. I really enjoyed this size. I don't think this is probably the only type of Razafrazin journal I have that I don't have a duplicate of. I have absolutely duplications of everything. Um, but I really enjoyed this. I learned a lot while working in this section of the journal, or the thing that you'll see here. And look at look at my bear. I'm proud of that little guy. So I took, like notes on different things. Carlos Sondheim, Lab 18, one-liners. One line. Carlos Sondheim. Oh, Lab number 18. Oh, that was from her books. That was old. That was some worthy. And then I read the wonderful Linda Berry syllabus. I absolutely love her. Ooh, excuse, do you hear my belly? So boy. Anyway, so I was taking some sketch notes on syllabus. I really enjoyed that book. I read that book cover to cover twice. Every word, ever looked at every drawing. Loved it. And then her little Ivan Brunetti cartoonist things that she went through in the book. And other little, this wasn't from Linda Berry, but I did another little how to draw a simple bird from the book Let's Make Some Great Art, which I own. Random stuffage, testing pens or markers or something. Testing, some painted on black, and it was, oh, look at that. I like that. Oh, I watched a video on that one to make that bubble. That was fun. So I did that. I was writing the day. So this is when I started writing. Every single day I would letter the day. But and you'll see some progression when I started to move the next journal after I finished, or next sketchbook after I finished this one. I went to a smaller one, but I felt I was spending a lot of time just lettering that. But just practicing colored pencil on top of, like, look how rich and deep that looks. That's inspiring to me. I love that. And then I was don't ask. I was painting different little tadpoles in this one, a crested pigeon. It was supposed to be a seal, a duck. I don't know why I was doing little thingy-doos like that. Don't sneak me. Week number 1 review. So I was doing, look, I did 16 pages this week. I did one face that was terrible. Lots of pen, pencil, marker, and paint swatches. So I was taking notes. I like that type of thing. Take some notes. Journal sparks. And there's swatchy, Prismacolor, water soluble colored pencils. For some reason, I was doodling the number 8. That must have been like it must have been an exercise from some book I have. Draw some shells. That one turned out look like an ice cream cone. It was supposed to be a shell, turned into an ice cream cone. So I went with it. These little birds. I liked it. See, this really, I don't know if you can see that, but I turned those little guys into birds and stuff. See? So this, I really enjoyed this. And this is something that I want to do again. Like not, oh, there's a Linda Berry Smoky Monkey. I learned the hard way that Prismacolor, Color Erase are very chalky on this craft paint, black. That's my backyard. I don't know what that is, but this is my backyard. Smashed birds. Smashed fairies. What am I missing with that, Dee Dee? Smashed fairies. I love Linda Berry. Does she have a new book out? Let me tell you, when I say those books are, I've read them cover to all the Linda Berry books I've had, I've read every word. I like love it. Like every word on her page. Labor Day. Look at that little. It's like a, I don't know if I thought it was a sheep. It's supposed to be a sheep, I think. Look up Smashed Fairies. All right, I did take a note. Smashed Fairies book. And I was drawing a bunny. There was not this year, we haven't seen any bunnies yet, but there was a bunny in the backyard. So I was drawing my backyard bunny. But the comic book one. Is that the new one? I'm not sure if I have that new one yet. Did she come out with a book in like the last 6? No, I lied. I bought it. I don't think I've read the full thing yet. I think it's in the living room. I think that's one book. I bought a couple, but there's certain people like the Nick Bantock. That one I bought. There are very few books I bought recently. Obviously, I just can't afford. But Linda Berry, she is absolutely inspiring. I absolutely love her. Love her. Very inspiring. What is some scissors? At what point is a marker completely dry or just not worth struggling with anymore? I have hundreds of others waiting to be used up. Here I am coloring. So I enjoyed this and I tried, and you'll see I went into a smaller book in the next one after this and I didn't enjoy it. So I think I have to buy myself one from Amazon. I think they're these type of size. What is this, 9x12 or something? Or this particular book is I really enjoyed working in this size with this particular what I was doing here. There's my Linda Berry. Monkey. Prima metallic watercolors. I don't know why I glued in a thing of Mount Everest. So this is from 2018. Oh, I was doing some sketch notes on Mel Robbins' 5-second rule because I'm a procrastinator, a big one. So I really did some. I like doing sketch notes, and that's what I learned from Linda Berry, different like sketch notes and stuff. I really enjoyed that aspect of her books. And then there's a Creative License by Danny Gregory. So I drew that to make it look like the font that he has on his book. Love me some Danny Gregory. Drew my Pepsi bottle. I was deciding whether I was going to do Inktober or not that year. I've never done Inktober because I'm not good at prompts, my friends. You guys know that. I've never been able to good at prompts. Making comics is her latest. Yeah, she is. I learned a lot. I wish I could take one of her classes. Like I felt like I was in her class when you read that book. Oh, I can't recommend those books enough, my friends. They're and this was Dee Dee's child. This is one of my pride. I loved this. Um, there was a couple. Where's my other one? Wasn't it in this book? That one where we sketched. Dee Dee told us to sketch a. That was years ago. To sketch a quote. Well, I thought it was in here. Hold the fort. Oh yeah. Well, how did I skip this page? There was somehow I missed it. Years ago, did I put the date on it? 2014, September 13th, 2014. Dee Dee told us, or maybe just me, I don't remember, but I took the challenge to take a quote and doodle, like brainstorm and doodle the certain words on the from the quote. So I wrote, "The dream is free, the hustle is sold separately." So dream, and then I had goal, wish, hope, faith, and then I just started like using it as a mind map and doodle the mind map, right? So when you dream, you want to wish, and so then I tried to draw one of those wishy thingy doos, and then I then reminded me of the flamingo from Romeo and Juliet when he like poof, he's trying to blow it, you know. And it was good. It was just her way of showing us how to, hustle. So for me, hustle was work and lift and draw and paint and sketch and, you know, Ustream, YouTube. And then I was going to Newfoundland. So travel. That was when I was going to visit my dad. So I drew a map of Newfoundland over here in the Newfoundland flag, and the iceberg. So that challenge was 4 years. And then 4 years later, she gave me another challenge. There's a lot of TD inspiration going on, if you can't tell my friends. Um, so I can't remember. It just said Monday. She gave me the challenge. I'm sure this is a video you can go back and watch. Go to her. You can watch your video from Monday, September 17th, 2018. I'm sure it's still up. And so I just drew. I don't know why. Drew boxes. For some reason, I was drawing boxes and I drew things that were around me. So my archival ink, Paul Rubens, the Bic mechanical pencil, a Copic pen, a pencil case, nail polish, eraser, some washi tape and Crayola. I liked that. I liked working in little boxes like that. That was fun. That was fun. You are a product of your own environment. That is for sure. Nothing will work unless you do. Yep. I'm showing up and showing out. Then I made pears. I just Googled pears for this page. I Googled pears, and whatever I just drew, whatever the ones that came up when I Googled it. And I just kind of quickly, these are just like quick sketch, like little sketches. They're no super, super quick. Why have I got something blocked out over here? Don't want to know. We'll look at that. I was drawing some medicine. From the book Doodle Drawing by Sarah Skeet, Skeate. Not sure who that was. I would challenge myself to certain number of pages a day in this book. If I had a day off. So how I kind of looked at it, if you look, right, I numbered all my pages. There's different numbers and different systems. That's all like an personal thing. Anyway, so if I had day, I'd be like, okay, I have 2 days off. If I had 2 days off, my goal was to do 10 pages in this book, whether it be just doodling, whatever, but just to not force isn't the right word, just to motivate myself to sketch and just use my sketchbook and just to fill it up. And it felt good. I really enjoyed working, especially in this size of a book. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed using pencil crayon, color pencil on just cheap black craft paint. So I did swatch, it's just random stuff, but I did enjoy doing lettering every day. I don't know if that was a Danny Gregory thing. What? Oh, there's some. Oh my! Did you hear my stomach, my friends? It's something's from the inside coming out. I, for some reason, taped that page together. So, But sometimes it's fun, like it just literally doodling with just my sparkly pens and not even thinking about it. But I like this. I feel lost. I just need to do more and think less. Read more too. I really like this. I used oh, can you even see it? Again, it was just black craft paint, cheap stuff like the Dollarama fishy smelly paint. That stuff. Uh and that purple. Ooh, they're out in the living room. They were they were sketching pencils. Were they made by Pentel? They're colored lead graphite, colored graphite. I really like that though. This is from Jane Davenport's Draw Happy Face from her book. So you started, you see, but look at how the the transfer from this page onto there though, eh? So it was just showing like in her book, her Draw Happy Face. I don't have all of her books. I don't think I have the last one. Thanks, Claire. Hopefully I'm not boring anybody to death. Anybody have anything to... Hey, I'm just happy. I'll be talking to myself. I've always, like I've always said, whether I stream for 1 person or 1,000, dislike it all, Tarek. Bring it on. Bring in 100 of your friends, have them all dislike it. That would be actually an advantage for me. I forgot what I was saying. So I really enjoyed. I don't know why I had this poison bottle, and then Boys to Men. Anyone know? That girl is poison. Well, that wasn't Boys to Men. Anyway. I'm surprised you know how to spell dislike. All right. Try me now, my friend. Don't try. On YouTube is different than the Ustream streets. The YouTube streets. Persevere. So this is what from the drawing from the right side of the brain, from trying to do it the exercise in that book, drawing upside down. But I didn't like the way it was going, so then I just drew a frame and I wrote persevere on top. But I really enjoy like creating little frames and stuff and coloring in them. I really enjoyed that. Different tulips, different doodles. Using some of my favorite glittery gel pens. Oh yeah, I see. All right, I think I took care of that. Look at these little snapshots. They all look like they're looking up into the, I don't know, like this, like abyss or something. Like they look like looks like they're up in the, I don't know. Jane Davenport, Happy Faces, again from her book. So I really liked this size and this format. I really enjoyed this. So again, this is something that I want to incorporate into my daily practice. So you'll see. So after I did this, look at that. Use it up, use it up, use it up. Oh, Dee Dee's more 5-second faces. One day we'll go back to that old Moleskine when Dee Dee did her the original 5-second face stream from early. So learn forward on to the next one. So then I talked about, what I did and books I've used now, what I want to do in my next one. And then I went from here into this one, which is a Canson XL mixed media journal. And now it had a coil, which is different, right? So I have coil, and I did not enjoy working in this book as much. And I don't know if it was the coil, the size, the whatever. But you can see I continued on. This is a sketchbook number 2. That was the very first sketchbook I ever filled. Well, obviously it took me years from 2012 to whatever. So I did some goals for this sketchbook. One sketchbook finished 7 days off, 40 pages done. 4 more days off, 20 pages goal. but I enjoyed those goals. Like, I'm going to do this many pages a day, because I don't know, it helped. It helped. Sometimes it's just some swatches, bucklage from water. I really enjoy, like, so I did do a lot of lettering. I spent a lot of time doing the lettering, but I did enjoy it. But I found it harder doing, I guess, lettering in this smaller book, because I was used to that other 9x12 size. Some Sumi ink. Home Cube watercolor brush markers. So I still love to test. So again, this type of thing was on my list of what are the things that I've done in the past that have brought me joy on a daily basis when it comes to art. What has moved me forward? What do I love? Thanks, Didi. If anyone wants to see the watercolor sketchbook, that's next to me. But I'm sure you guys are bored to death. You're probably sitting there thinking, when is this Yahoo going to actually do some art, not just look through it? But for me, this is my process into getting back, especially when you talk about depression. We all know my diagnosis. And one part of not only my bipolar 2 disorders, I have seasonal affective disorder. So a lot of when I go away is in my depressive times is usually in December, right? Seasonal affective disorder is a real thing. So here we are coming out of it, which is why there's more of a mania, you know. Hey, Julie. So anyways, we're going to do some cognitive behavior therapy and work on that. But um, I really enjoyed this, and thinking of things that I did daily that brought blessing, joy, and creativity into my life is what I want to do more of. Know what I mean, Bert? So that's kind of why, for me, that's why I'm not. Well, I'm sure I'm doing this for my benefit. I love you guys, but I'm doing this right now for me. Like, I'm looking in my own art journals. I mean, other people are inspirational as well. Don't get me wrong. Of course they are. All my journals are inspiration from other people as well, right? But it brings back, I can look at this and in my cognitive brain, in the CBT therapy I'm doing, is I'm trying to say to myself, remember, how did you feel when you did this, right? When you look back at this, when you feel that sense of accomplishment on at this point in my life, when I did this, when I was feeling better, whatever, every day I can make the same choice to do these things, right? So I am looking at this stuff to remind myself how I felt then, you know, the cognitive behavior therapy. I'm reminding myself this is how I felt when I did this, right? And this is where I want to be again. This is the success, the happiness, what I deserve, right? And it's only my brain that's stopping me from it. So this is why I'm showing this stuff and I'm talking it out loud. I'm so I'm just happy. If, like I said, if one of you are watching it, happy you're here with me. So I was drawing. So this is back in 2018. So a year and a half ago. Tanagram. That was interesting. Tanagrams were interesting to me. I even got a little app on my phone. I don't know why. Did Didi do something about tanagrams? Was it in a Linda Berry thing? What? I don't know. Oh, no, no, no. It was in one of the books I had. It was from a book. And I hadn't thought about tanagrams since like when I was a kid. And so I was just drawing a little thing. And then I got an app on my phone. It's interesting. Anyway. Again, more notes. I do want to paint more. I need to produce. Let's see. Here's the thing with me. I'm a procrastinator, and that's another cognitive behavior therapy that I have to work on. Which is why, like today, I got up, I took a shower, I got back. I applied for 3 jobs on Amazon at 8:00 this morning. So, I'm I'm working through some cognitive behavioral therapy. So writing this stuff down is important to me. Like, when you suffer from anxiety, depression, the monkey mind, all that type of stuff in my brain, it's a real thing, my friends. It's something I've been dealing with since I was 15 and didn't realize it. So, and you guys know, we'll talk more about mental health another day. But until I can go back and see a psychiatrist and all that, we're doing our very best. And it's in my stomach. And cognitive behavior therapy. I have quite a few books, and that's what I'm working on now. So this is helping me going back, and I can remember, especially with my like the type of memory I have. I can remember and put myself into situation when I was doing that DD chat, for example, that challenge. I can remember being on the couch and having my, I can visualize that stuff, and then what I'm trying to do is feel those same positive feelings rather than getting trapped in the negative, anxious feelings that come up within me, like I haven't done any art in 2 years, and that which brings up this wave of anxiety that starts at my toes and goes up. What I need to remind myself the opposite. I need to go back and look at this positive stuff and feel the positive feelings that not the anxiety that of something I haven't done in years, but remember the positive feelings, right? Focus on those things that come up within my mind and body and go forward with that. I am not a psychiatrist. Do not take go see professional help. Go see professional help. This is just what I'm doing at the moment. I'm just speaking out what's going on in my head because that's all it's. Uh, um, I'm an open book. I share what's going on. This is how I'm helping myself at the moment, and that's it. I can just be positive. Thanks. Hi, Joyce. Good to see you, my friend. Oh, thanks so much. Thank you, Jonna. So I still love swatch. And so I was able, this mixed media journal, I was able to do a little bit more watercolor. And that's kind of why I went to the Cancer Mixed Media after that sketchbook, because it does take watercolor a tiny bit better than that other sketchbook. But I just didn't, I don't know if it was the coil. I like the coil if I'm working in a regular art journal, like mixed media. But when you start, like when I'm doing actually more drawing, more writing, lettering, it got in the way. And it really hindered my experience with this type of way. Some ink tints. It drew me some how to draw a lotus from easydrawingguides.com. And I like to take notes too. So this is again 2018. I drew a bird. Stampin' Up colored pencils. Wordless colored pencils. Man, those are old. I gave those to Rachel. I gave them to my niece. More of the little DD 5-second faces, kind of mixed with the Jane Davenport. And sometimes all I would do was letter that day. All I would do was, letter or do some type of pattern. But you see, I started struggling with this book because I was struggling with the size and with the coil. But there's different patterns. Then a little Starbucks mug. Oh no, my friends. The other day, Simon broke one of my Starbucks mugs. The one with the paint spots, that like the black drip down it. Do you? Anyway, it's okay. It's just things. Black velvet brush and Daniel Smith watercolor. Not my favorite brush to do this with. I wonder which black velvet brush. It's probably because of the size, not because black velvet brushes are awesome. So it wasn't the quality of the brush. It must have been the size that I didn't like to use that with. A little cactus. So I do like all like the geometric. Oh, there's some washi tapes that I bought. Uniball Vision Elite pens. Still one of my favorite pens. Little DD 5-second faces there. Some the Cavallari washi tape. I think it's Cavallari. Enjoy, Joyce. Take care, my friend. Wonderful to see you. I'm gonna have to go soon too. My stomach won't stop growling, and I don't feel hungry. Oh, that's hard to explain. I get from me. So you can see how I was a little bit more frustrated when I started going into October. I loved boxes and drawing and little things. And Dee Dee taught us how to do, gave us that inspiration as well. It's just, sweet love and goodness, half this. Forget my videos, my friends. Just I'll go on over to Dee Dee Willingham. No, we all bounce everything off each other. That's what's great about this. Like I said, this community. 10 years old, my friend. This community, 10 years old, a decade strong. Um, So again, like I made these boxes, but then I didn't do anything because I was just frustrated with that. So I'm gonna not right now, but later on, I'm gonna just rip all those like these pages out and call this journal. This will be on my this isn't a done shelf, but this type of thing like this. Now, I wonder on the dark side of my room if I do have one like this over there. Hi, Jan. This can you hear that? Oh, sweet loving goodness. I'm not hungry though, but. My stomach is talking to you guys. So I put this over there in my finished pile. Oh no, Ash is barking. And then so I did have this. So I did have, like I said, when I have so many cans of mixed media journals. Um, so this one's an empty one. Some pages are gessoed. That I guess I figured that if I was going to start a brand new one, it would be there. I did find this book recently, or re-find it. It was one that I've had for a long time. So has anyone been counting, Joyceage? How many work in process journals is that? About 25? No, this community, my friends, has a long history. So there's been a lot of art shared and friendship shared and techniques and inspiration. Like I said, a decade's worth. So, but I found this book again. Your Year in Art, a project for every week of the year to overcome blank page anxiety. I don't remember seeing that. And Inspire Creative Exploration by Chelsea Ward. I bought this a while ago, I think. Let's see. Maybe I didn't. Maybe this is new. Maybe I just bought this, one of my most recent books. Not 2008 digital edition published in 2018. 2018. So no, this is one of the newer books that I bought. Not newest, but newer. But I kind of like this. This might. It's a prompt book. Kind of. Well, I guess obviously it's a week of whatnots. A week of whatnots. So week one. See, I don't know who's with me. Of all the classes I've taken, things I've done, I've never completed anything. So I don't know if, and I apologize, my friend, I cannot control my camera settings. How can I avoid that? Hmm. I don't know if it's white. Look, it's going to do that on every page. It's going to autofocus because on the netbook, I can't download the camera software. So I can't control the software anymore. Like I can't control, so I can't stop the autofocus. So week one, we're gonna do it. Arts, and then I'll flip through the rest of the book, and you can see if you'd like it anyways. Regardless of what time of year you actually begin, start fresh and get ready for a full year of art making. As with any new year, it's always fun to set goals and resolutions. Notice that solutions forms the word resolutions. In week one, you'll make your art solutions for the year. Assignment. What do you want to approve? Oh, and it's doing is going back and forth. Hold the fort. Let's see. Maybe this will help. I'll put a thing. Nope. No. Does it need to be something darker? With my hand in the way? In it? I don't know what to do. No. How do I stop it? I don't know. Hold the book up closer. Maybe is it trying to? Oh, good idea, Didi. All right, let's open. Sorry, guys, if that gave anybody a thing. So, what we're going to do? What do you want to prove? Assignment. What do you want to improve on this year? Is it your accuracy, your speed, or just making drawing part of your weekly routine? No, I want to make my I want to make drawing part of my daily routine. Make a list of your goals, then start doodling. Using pencil, lightly sketch some doodles and illustrations that symbolize your goals for the year. These can be playful and simple, basic line drawings. You can even give your drawings a frame and a fun background. Once you're satisfied with your sketches, trace over them with a waterproof pen. By using a waterproof pen, you can incorporate splashes of color with a variety of mediums without worrying about your ink bleeding. Markers, watercolors, and colored pencils are all great options as well. I don't know where I can find any of those. Take some time to review and contemplate your art solutions and then commit to making them a priority for the next year. Try this. If you're breaking in a brand new sketchbook, make it your own by embellishing the cover with your artwork to give it some personality. This will set the tone for your year of creativity. My art solutions. So, I like it. Now, this is where I start. Okay, let's just flip through this and then we'll talk. So you can see week 3 shape finding. Mark, oh, sweet loving goodness, it does not like this book whatsoever. I am sorry. Exactly, Claire. You get something. I've got that, So week 4, mark making. Week 5, ink wash. Week 6, points of view. 7 is contour drawing. And a lot of these exercises are repeated in 100 art books I have. But sometimes just hearing somebody else say the same thing in different words will strike you in a different way. Kind of hit you in something. Week 8, color theory. Chapter 2, loosening up. Mindful doodles. I'm all about Z-doodles. So I'm already doing maybe all these. Draw your tools. Done that before. Probably a lot of us have. Danny Gregory. Primary color challenge. Eraser-free drawing. So there's lots of tips and try this and line drawing. Illustrated recipe. Ooh, I've always wanted to do this. My mom has a book. I want to find a name of it. It's a whole cookbook, all illustrated, from different different artists and oh, what a wonderful book that is. I'm gonna have to ask her what that was. Week 16, some mandalas, some living letters. So it's just one of those, some Zen doodles. This is a once a week type of thing. So it's a way to, something. Maybe I'll have to set a date of the days I want to incorporate this. Draw in public. I don't know why my camera does not like this book. Map making. So a lot of these things are repeated in a lot of the books I have, but Collect the rainbow. Botanical studies, windows. Love me some windows and doors. I don't ever change. Getting personal. A flowchart. Artist block solutions flowchart. Oh, look. Procrastinating. Number 1. Cleaning or organizing. Naps. Interesting. Self-portrait collage. So this will be fun. There's a lot of books I have that have a lot of things, and I've never finished anything. I need a goal. I need a time drawings, daily challenge, bird's eye view, drawing still life. Oh, look how fun those are. Rosarch. Oh, I guess that's why I like it. Rosage. I can't pronounce that. The Didi White. Exactly. Like it's you think so, eh, Claire? Travel postcard. Where you stand with your little feetsy. We've all done that before with pictures and stuff. Elapsed time study. Does that mean I actually have to garden something, my friends? No, just So this is your year in art. A project for every week of the year to overcome blank page anxiety and inspire creative exploration by Chelsea Ward. Nice. I'm going to work on this. But uh, I want to do something like this, but then I get down in the trenches. I start thinking, okay, which book am I going to use? Am I going to have a dedicated book? Okay, what's a dedicated book? Oh, now I have to get a cover for the dedicated book. Oh, what am I going to have to do this time? Like, I need to, like, I just need whatever sketchbook I'm going to decide to use. And I just need to do whatever weekly thing in that sketchbook. Index card a day. iCAD. When did it, when does iCAD usually happen? I don't think I've ever. Dee Dee's got an assignment for me. I always complete Dee Dee's assignments on time. So I like this. I'm going to keep this on my shelf behind me. We're going to do some of that. I'm going to do some of that. Stretch myself out of my comfort zone. So maybe when we talk about sketch, like I don't have that, but this is close, eh, my friends? Look at it. Hold the phone. Maybe I should take, because this is the same. Close. Uh-oh. Crack-a-lanch. It's not quite 9 by 12. Pick one of those blank books. Like this. What about this, Dee Dee? Look, I've had this for a long time, and it would be nice to use. I want to use a Barnes & Noble because it's special, because it's Barnes & Noble. And I could do something at the beginning here, like make a pocket or something, because it's already got like a, from where the paper was, see all these, like, because it's perfed, right? I could probably use this bad boy, although, or is the paper just going to come off the perfs? Is it just going to break at the, because obviously the perforation, when they die cut it, they cut into it. Okay, back to the box talk. Here we go. The perf, like, will I brush it? Like, when I work on it, is the perf gonna keep ripping? I can off. Hey, give me an excuse to use some washi tape. Use a moly. So I do have, let's see. So we have two ideas. We can use this book or the ginormous moly. That's what we have beside us. Where'd it go? Hold the fort. So we have two. Ginormal moly, which I think might be, that's a different size. Not still different size. Although, because let's say I will be doing watercoloring in this, right? Like I do like to do my swatches, like all that type of stuff. My daily sketchbook like this, like this. Priority number one, I want to go back to doing this every day. So I don't know. Dee Dee, you've used this moly quite a bit, if I remember. But I can't remember. And some of it, like I've had it for so long, I glued pages together, because you know me and gluing pages together. I've had this for a very long time. But it's thin paper. I guess I could test it right now. But I would probably be frustrated with this paper if I was using watercolor on it, on this moly. I need to ask Dee Dee, my friends, because she's got the experience. I'm not sure. All the molies I have that I finished, if I look over to my right here, they were all on Sketchbook, the purple Moleskines, right? The purple one. So that had the Sketchbook, the thicker paper. So I don't know how my watercolor. Pick your favorite book. Number every page. Pick a theme. The paper will break, Jane. Yeah. Doing my one. Lizards. No lizards in Canada. I'll never forget that. When I first went, I was 16 years old. When I first went to Florida, and we were in no, sorry, not Florida, South Carolina. I was on Hilton Head, South Carolina, and to see those lizards on the townhouse and stuff, I about lost my mind. I was like, what is that? All right. Pick your favorite book. Number every page. Pick a theme. Flowers, bugs, lizards, something outside, and do one of them every day and date every page. I like that idea. Hilton Head Island. What it was a beautiful, beautiful South Carolina. And we went in December, and it was like I was 16 years old, so I'd never at that point. I mean, turned 20 in my whole life, right? I'd never been anywhere south in the winter, so to swim outside in December was the most surreal thing in the world. In the world, and Dee is right about that thing. I like that idea, Didi. So talk to me about this book. Is this have you watercolor? Like, what am I asking? Get out a freaking paintbrush and watercolor, my friend. Sweet loving goodness, like I don't have a million watercolor beside me, behind me, everywhere, from the cheapest to the most expensive watercolor. Like, let's see. Just take whichever. Here's a palette. Don't know what it is. Let's try. Some of these pages are glued together, so I'll have to skip some of those. I just want to see how this watercolor is going to react. I think the paper is going to pill. Um, yeah, you do have it that, but you deconstructed it though, Dee. I think this big ginormous moly. I think you deconstructed it. To be honest, now that I think about it, I think you might have ripped all the pages out of it. Which palette is this? Oh, one with some Daniel Smith in here. Let's see. Do I have a brush that would have some water in it? Now that is the question of the day. I have an entire room full of everything except, I mean, all my watercolor brushes are all on the couch because you know me and art on the couch, my friends. So I haven't done any of that yet. Moving any of that stuff over. All right, it's not even a watercolor brush. It's some cheap brush that I probably. And I just dipped it in coffee, not my water. Great start, my friend. Just that's not my water. First time doing art on camera in a year. Puts her brush in her coffee. Oh well. Great start, my friends. Welcome back to the hot mess. Welcome back to the hot mess. Some things never change. Welcome back. This was the water I had. All right. Welcome to the world of Journal Artista. Let us find a brush and put it in some real water this time. Use what you have and what's in front of me. Oh boy. Well, I can't put it on a page because my coffee, I drink a lot of cream in my coffee. No sugar, but I love me some cream. So this is some Daniel Smith something over here. Ooh, look at that purple. This is the first time I picked up a watercolor, and it's not a watercolor, but this is a Royal Lanical brush. Don't hate me, my friends. All my watercolor brushes are out in the living room. Don't judge. I have fancy watercolor brushes. I'm just using what I have in front of me. Okay, is this a single sheet? I think I might be frustrated with this paper. Hard to say though. This is the first time I am putting any type of watercolor paint to paper in maybe a year. I am not exaggerating. Probably a year, maybe more. 2018? Don't even know how to hold a brush anymore, my friends. This is not the right type of brush. Um, not the right type of brush. Oh, I'm still here, Safia. How about everybody else? Everybody's probably hopefully doing their own thing, doing some art, listening to me ramble. Maybe just me being in the background will help out. Just me talking out loud is therapy for me, therapeutic for me. So that is why I'm here and what I'm doing. If somebody else wants to stream or somebody else is streaming and you want to go over there, my friends, the recording will be here. If I have one person watching. If I'm nobody watching, I'm still just gonna be here doing my thing. So I'm not gonna be upset. My friend's YouTube is huge. So if uh you're wanting to go watch somebody else do something, I will not be offended in the absolute least. Let's see. Listen, I'm using really super expensive watercolors with the absolute most cheapest mix, not even a watercolor brush, a mixed media brush. Let's see. Ah, I'm just testing the paper because Molly paper is a little bit, it's different than sketchbook paper, right? It's a smooth finish. A smooth finish. That's right. Gotta start somewhere, Safia. Just gotta do it. That's just have to do it. Get in the art room. The art on the couch. Art on the couch is where it started it all. A few years ago. Started the YouTube channel. So look in the, oh, it doesn't go through very badly on the back. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be happy using this. It's cream. I think I might, this one, well, not quite yet. Not quite yet on that one. Not for what I want, not for my daily sketchbook type of thing. So, next option, this or no. I am not going on the dark side of the no, if I go no, there's no way I can even get over there. It would take me an hour just even forge a path over there. So, I think, you know what? I think we're just going to use this book. I like the feel of the paper feels good. It might bug me the way the pages are like that because the perf is so strong. But what's the worst comes to worst? I've got to use the 100 rolls of washi tape I've got going on. I've got to take out some pages. Like that's the worst that can happen, right? I think. So, do I want to keep this? Is old, man. That's old. That well, it's staying on there. Staying on there. Let's do it, my friends. Let's write our name. Let's write the date. Now, this is the property of, let's see, find a room full of stuff and cannot find a marker. That's my next thing. I do want to move. I want to have a very specific, certain things for stuff that I'm working on the couch out there, which is something like this is where I want to travel with it, right? Like I think I will be happy with this book. Like it felt, especially because I know this book is old. Like it felt good that sketchbook that I started in 2012 or whatever it was, that I finished it. You know what I mean? That I had some of those older things and I was able to finish it. So I just don't know if I should take out all of this. The whole thing might freaking, well, it's not going to come apart. I might have to, like I said, glue this somehow or tape it to make it'll be like kind of a pocket or something. I could tape the sides and then it'll be a pocket because those ripped out pages will act like a gusset on the bottom. Yeah, I could tape it. You're right, Dee. Like I said, I need an excuse to use the 100 rolls of washi tape that I did sort that recently. I sat on the couch one night and they got out every roll of washi tape I had going, and well, you don't swatch washi tape, I guess. Well, yeah, it is still a washi tape swatch. And then had to throw out a whole bunch of them that were like weird, got sticky on both sides. Duct tape. Should I put duct tape down here, Dee Dee? Duct tape here? Because this is a sewn signature right there. I can see sewn signature. I mean, it's not coming off against the. It's not breaking against the binding or anything. I'm just saying that when I'm working on it, is every page going to start tearing out? I should probably cut this because it will cause some friction against it. What not to do? What not to do? I have been reading, when Didi mentioned nature, reading different books about, different things about grounding, like going out in the backyard in your bare feet and grounding yourself to nature to help your mental health. And I'm saying it funny. I shouldn't say it like that because I do believe in all that stuff. Nature is wonderful. There is, like, I'm a water sign. There is something. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm a fire sign, but there is something about water. Like, I need to be going to the freaking lake. I can walk to the lake in 10 minutes. Lake Ontario, the most beautiful place. I am sitting 10-minute walk away. Like, people would. I am so blessed to live where I live, to have the life that I have. I just need to get out there and experience it. I'm not. Ducky tape. That I do have. In fact, we have some right here. Did Sherry give me this duct tape? Dreams, Amor, Indie Rock Lover. Use what's around me. Yeah, Didi. It's true. My mom was talking about that, like grounding yourself, like to get out in nature, breathe the air, like obviously, vitamin D, the sun, breathing of just the water being around. And that's one thing about Animal Crossing. I when I played at night and stuff, and you put the headphones in, there was a lot of ASMR type of feelings in Animal Crossing, because like the waterfalls and the bugs, insect sounds, and all that type of stuff is very soothing. This ducky tape is not that sticky. I've never had duct tape. Look. And this is Scotch duct tape, my friends. This is not very sticky duct tape. Interesting. Duct tape has a shelf life? Not that I don't have about 15 other rolls of duct tape, but this is weird. This is not like, I mean, it's strong, but look, it's not like sticky. Look, watch. Oh, well, that took some time off. Anyway, that's weird. Never knew that. I am just going to put duct tape right down the center of this first. I think I do need it. I think this is, my duct tape turned into washi tape. That's right, Julia. Throw that out. I'm not holding on to stuff that is dried up and not working and whatever. Take oh, my drop foot. Oh, speaking of Animal Crossing, look what else I bought. But I bought it because, well, it's just like an activity sticker book or whatever. But all the little guys, because I want to draw them. All the characters and stuff. I want to draw and watercolor. Like, they are so cute. I love them. Anyway. We'll go on about Animal Crossing at the moment. I've spoken up about that yesterday. Let's see. Oh, tapey tape. I need duct tape that's close. Excuse me for a moment. Oh, son of a gun. That duct tape would be up there. That is here. Talking to myself. Dropping things. Perfect. Love it. I think there's the only option I have is that tape at the moment. That tape. Let me think. Let me think. Think. Use what you have and what's around you. Well, welcome, Orchid Noir. I haven't streamed in a long time or years or a special. I definitely have not consistently streamed in 5 years. So you haven't missed a lot, but welcome back. I shouldn't laugh. It's terrible. Doesn't matter. Past doesn't matter. It's about today forward. Showing up and doing right today. All right, what do we got? I got some Caution Hot and Fabulous tape. It might be stickier, more sticky than that duct tape. Who knew duct tape went bad? I am telling you, I'm learning lots, my friends. And it doesn't matter. It's not like I can't always go over it again. We're just doing it so I can start the book. That's it. We're just doing it so we can start. And I don't even matter. It doesn't matter if it matches, if it's... I'm standing up. I never art standing up. Draw a character on each page on a leaf, flower, or whatever you draw in the book. Awesome character. That'll be a good idea. Because a lot of when in Animal Crossing, right, we're looking for the different bugs. Like, it maybe I should go on an adventure and look for, because in Animal Crossing, right, you're catching bugs and fish and stuffy stuff, nature. So maybe I need to go outside and draw real butterflies I see going by. Dang it. How not? So a lot of my channel, my friends, if you've been with me over the years, is how not to do things. There's a lot of how-tos and a whole lot of probably nots. And a whole lot of try agains. Yeah, it's just like a little thing. It's just for this the top. I only care about those pieces and that's it. So uh-oh. We got problems. I just want to kind of avoid that other section as I'm dropping everything. I'm going to tape this up. I'm probably going to go, so I need to eat something because even though I don't feel hungry, obviously my stomach is talking to me and telling me I should be eating. And that's what's fun about Animal Crossing. I was saying in my last video is that the bugs and fossil, like all of that stuff in the museum and everything is real. Like the pictures of it, the fish is real. The butterflies are like they are realistic. Where, you know, your characters and your island and everything is more of a cartoony type interpretation, but the actual rocks and everything is very realistically depicted. Yeah, I'm shaking, so I definitely need to eat something. I need to train my body. That's another thing I need to do is train my body to eat 3 times a day, whether whether I feel like it or not. It's hard to explain. Hard to explain. My hands are shaking, so I'm definitely too much caffeine, not enough food. Uh-oh. So, but I do appreciate everybody being here. What a roller coaster we had today. If you weren't here for the first half, I just had a little snafu. I'm going to fix that up later. It'll be up later tonight. I have to edit it. So I have to, not edit. I just have to cut the last 5 minutes or so of the video. So before I can make it public. So you can wait for that later on tonight. if anybody's that interested. But thanks, Claire. Leave it as a pocket to tuck in leaves, etc. That's a good idea, Didi. That's why it makes, because of those pieces, the where it was ripped out from, it makes a gusset, a nice kind of gusset. So now I just have to taper there. I think after I get past the first couple pages, it won't even I might get a bulldog clip anyway, so that this will kind of stay not stationary. Yeah, stationary I guess is the right word. I just I agree, Didi. It's time for me to get out in nature, even if it's whether with Simon or not with Simon, just by myself. Walk down to the lake, sit on a bench. I can social distance myself away from everybody. Sit on the grass all by myself and be, because I do know that is it's proven. Nature, being in nature, in the sun, it with you know is definitely therapeutic, and I think important. And maybe for me especially, like not leaving the house and being an introvert and like being, you know, I've always liked having it, being in small spots and tight spaces. And I've said this, I don't know if I've ever told this story, like one of my very, very first memories, I can distinctly, so I was probably 3, because we moved to the apartment where I grew up when I was 3 from that first house I lived in. And I can remember playing the Fisher Price record player in my closet that young. I liked always being in clothes, like in, I guess, I don't know, weird things. Yeah, I better go eat something. Yeah, it's I have to retrain. Yeah, I know it's hard because I don't think about eating. Like hopefully, if I'm off if THC gets out of my system, and fully out of my system in a month, completely out of my system or whatever it is, that my body, my digestive tract will remember how it's supposed to work. Maybe. Um, but yeah. So it feels good. I'm going to do, let's see, let's make this our own. So this thing, we got a pocket here. I'm going to go and reach from that file folder I have of my most favorite jelly prints and stuff from this. Remember? We looked at this earlier. Oh, it was that the very this way, wasn't it? Let's see. Ooh, this was kind of nature and a map in the background, outside and walking. That fits the theme. Or this one too. Yeah, that's what we're going to use. We're going to use one of my treasured favorite jelly plints, Jay Weber. Welcome, Jay Weber. Why does your name sound familiar? Yeah, if you water, like lake water, and obviously lake and water is obviously, water is soothing for everybody, but lake versus ocean is definitely different. But Miracle Berry Bush. Thanks, Dee Dee. Have a good night, my friend. Good night. Oh, I'm so used to streaming at night. Some things come automatic. Have a good afternoon. So I'm gonna tape this in. It's almost perfect size. And then that can be like the start. Then we can just go from there. I'm going to tape this bad boy. I'm going to use my most treasured things. Or should I tape it on this side? Or just, I'm going to put it on here. Right, just like that. All right. I am going to go. I think I need to eat before I think about this. I'm going to start this bad boy today. I'm going to start my day one. We're going to title the page. It's a specific, a different type of berry. Yeah, they lose their taste and don't want to eat. Like I have zero interest in eating at all. I can't even explain it, my friends. It's so foreign to me, I guess is the right word. Like it's a chore. Like I'm gonna have to force my. I don't. It's not like there's no pleasure in it anymore. There's no. It's like something I have to do. And then if I don't, I mean that's why I've lost so much weight. It's a weird dynamic. It's a strange phenomena. And I do frustrate. Simon is very frustrated with me not eating. Very, very frustrated. It's just hard to explain. Anyways, and I'm gonna glue in today's Buddha Buddha thing because we did. I am gonna write that. I don't think I'm gonna take out the thing, but I am gonna not the whole thing. Just like Julie said, there is no fire like passion. We're gonna write that on there. But thanks for being here with me again today, my friends. Holy smokers, it's almost 3. We've been here almost 5 hours. We had breaks, we had things, we had tears, we had laughs. We didn't have any craft lunches. We had memories. I have a little plan forward. I feel good today. Thank you for being here with me. Um, don't know what time tomorrow. Just whenever I feel good, or not. I do know I need to do some nighttime stuff because I know a lot of people, especially West Coasters. Uh, oh, that's interesting, John. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, very interesting. I will. It is so weird to not have a desire to. I can't explain it. It's just so. But I'm so appreciative of you guys being here. Just listening to me helps a million. So thanks again. If you missed the first part, look for it later on tonight when I have a time to go edit it and cut it off and do whatever. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you sometime tomorrow or out here on the YouTube streets. Much love, everyone.